Hey there YouTube, this is Christian, or you can call me Invixie. I'm starting a new series now about my new motor and my whole car, pretty much all that. I've been inspired by Easy Jeezy and VW Darren, and Doug's Bugs, I know his name's Doug, and also some other dude. He has a red Beetle, I don't know what his name is, but it was like an 1835, and then he had like the big Stinger exhaust on it. So I've been inspired by them to do this, and of course I like TJ Hunt and other guys, but they're not Volkswagen guys. But so we'll get started up here, my messy office. This is my little book thingy I got going on for my build. I started off with just little things to do. Up here you can see it says, this started off as an 1835 build, but what happened was aircooled.net, I think that's what they're called. They're like kind of sketchy with inventory, so they didn't have the 69mm crank that I wanted. I wanted it from DPR because it's already punched and I know it's a good crank. So they didn't have that in stock. They say it could take up to like 6 weeks. So I'm trying to get it finished by this month, September 2018. So I asked them what else they had. They had a 74 and a 76. Because I can't go any bigger than that because I already bought the pistons. And they're not stroker pistons. They can go up to 76. So I went ahead and got a 76. And that turned the build into a 2020. And I'm okay with that. It's more power. And I was concerned about reliability and how it would fit. But I don't think it'll be that much of a big difference. There's like a big dunk. So I'll take us downstairs. Oh, and then here's my whiteboard. As also, I need to change that. It said 1835, and then those are just some of the parts that I'll be going over and installing. But today we're focusing on the Engel FK8. So let's go downstairs now. So here's the lab. I got some pain going over here. That's some frustration right there, slash experimenting. And here she is. This is my lab going on here. It's pretty messy right now. I try to clean up a little bit over there. That used to be really dirty. And here's my Beetle. It's a Frankenstein Beetle, so it has the early fenders, so it looks like a 66. But if you read the pan inside, it's a 67. So the pan's a 67 for sure. It has long axles, but it has 4 lug wheels. So I think this dude had a 71 car laying around because there's a lot of parts from like a 71. Even the engine was an AE case. So I've gone ahead and done all this faux patina. I don't know how you pronounce that. And so I just really like a rat rod look, but I also like it to be clean in certain areas. So here's a little bit of the inside. I got a long ass shifter and door panels are taken out. Seat's alright, it's just a rip in the driver's seat. It's all black. I would like it to be all white, but that'll come later on. Here it is. It has a Freeway Flyer transmission. Well, that's what they say it has, a Freeway Flyer. But the guy told me it was a dune buggy transmission, but then on the ad it said Freeway, so I think it's a Freeway based on how it drives. And here we are. This is my 2020 build for now. If the pistons don't match up, then it'll be even bigger probably. Actually, no. I want to stay with the thick wall, so it would say that. I'll take that back. So here it is. This is a CB Performance aluminum super case. If we take a look at the other half. So there it is. It's made by Autolinea, just like all of them in Brazil. But it has the CB casting over there. And then this is 2018, it looks like, so my guess is it's from this year. And it was a fresh batch because I emailed them and all that. And over there I've got some parts, in the living room we got some more. And then I'm also into modeling. I'll do that once I'm finished with this engine build, and then I can put time into that. And then here's my old case, it's an AE. Someone painted it green. I don't know why. But there's so many details about this thing. Excuse the people moving in, I guess. I don't know, a bunch of slamming. But here it is. I gone ahead and install the camshaft bearings today because that doesn't take much. You just push them in. But I am concerned with how they fit, because it's just the middle one here. See, it doesn't go all the way. There's this lip. But the camshaft doesn't ride on that. It just rides on this bearing still, so it seems alright. And then same goes for this. This one falls a little bit short over here on the left. But I guess that'll be okay. We'll find out. But I would think it's okay. So then, here's my Engel FK8. Right there, I started to mess with the CB Performance. Oh god, don't roll away, please. Thank you. Oh god, that's gonna scare me. Can't take my eyes off that. So here's the CB Performance 1399 billet straight cut cam gears. Jesus, that does not sound nice over there. So this one comes with 3 different washers, and I was wondering how they did it, but you can see that it has just the slightest offset. So those are probably like, I don't know, a degree of advance or whatever. Or no, this one's like a degree and this one's like 2 degrees or something. I don't know the exact measurements, but this one's the biggest one. And then if you do have this gear, just know that these washers and the sink plating are the stock degree. I'm just doing it straight up because I don't really know about all that. I don't want to mess with that. And I heard it doesn't make that much of a difference. But we'll just leave it like that. So, one thing that I wanted to mention in this video is I was screwing in these screws, but they're hex key screws. And I'm going to look up the size real quick and show you what it is, because it's not a 5. A 5 doesn't fit in there. And I'll even show you that. So here's this one. You can barely see it. Oh god, wrong one. Oops. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so you can see it just barely says 5. And it's just barely too big. But if you go down to this 4 over here, it doesn't fit in there. So it has to be American, I guess. And I'll just take my calipers on that. So here are my new calipers that I just bought. It looks exactly the same as the ones from Harbor Freight, so I was like, they probably do the same thing. If you look at pictures, they look just the same, the red, yellow, and blue buttons. But this one, my dad has a Harbor Freight, and I don't remember having this. And also, I don't remember it going, if you keep, see, you can also do fractions of an inch, which is kind of nice. I didn't know that they could do that now. So, I don't know how accurate this is, but we'll try it here. So this is claiming to be 3/16 inch, or 4.77 millimeters, or 0.1880 of an inch. And then just, oh, well, I forgot to zero it. Dummy. Let's try that again. The fractions. Yep, same thing. So, if we take our number 5, there it is. So if we take our number 5, it should measure out to be 5 millimeters. 4.93. Yeah, that's exactly 5 right there, and that's loose. Let me see if you try to put this in there. It's too loose. Just barely under. There's that. And this is just from the Craftsman multi-tool box, whatever thingy. And one thing that I wanted to get this off. One thing that I wanted to mention with when you're screwing this in is it'll seem like it's going in hard. So I screwed all these in without the washer, and it went in just fine. But it'll seem like it's hard because the washer is, the hole is just so precise that it'll catch onto it and it'll feel like it's going in hard. So still be gentle with it. Just do it by hand. And so this is just mocked up right now. This is the FK8. You can see there, the middle. And I've got it lined up correctly. Make sure you have the oil slot line. Let me turn up the brightness a little bit. Make sure you have the oil slot line measured up with this dot on your camshaft gear. And then here's the crankshaft gear that I'll be installing later on, of course. And then the way these go, that I've been taught by the book, is like that. See how the two dots on the crank, and then the one on the cam goes in the middle. There you go. So there's that. Like that, I just got it mocked up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it sits in here. I don't have any assembly lube right now. I gotta go buy that from AutoZone. So I've just been placing it in here. Just press on a little bit, let it sit in there. There you go, dropped in. So there it is. Everything seems to clear out pretty fine. I don't know how close these are supposed to ride together. This lip and then the lip from the bearing. I don't know if they're supposed to touch or what. So I'll probably try to go in the Samba and look up that. But anyways, there's that. And then I'll be putting a couple of lifters in maybe. These are my old lifters. All beaten up. And the new ones are over here. I got this camshaft and the lifters from SoCal Imports. Like $145. This is the cheapest around. These are just the basic ones. And oh god, don't fall. Let's see. Comes with some lube, regular camshaft lube. You must put on. And then here's the cam card. FK8. It's kind of hard to read this handwriting, but it's got about 258 or no, 250 degrees of duration. And it looks like 303 at the cam. So there's that. And then here's a bunch of things going on here. So for this one, over here I'm just going, oh, and then also they give you instructions so you can pause the video and read those, because this answered a lot of questions that I had about how to break in the cam and the engine, and then how to install this. And there that is, making sure it's lined up correctly. But my battery's about to die, so this is pretty self-explanatory about putting a lube on the lifters. Make sure everything's lubed up. And that's my quick little introduction to my car and my new motor. And I'll update you guys next time on tomorrow probably, because more parts will be coming in. A lot. See you next time.